Yes guys, Ryan here. Welcome to the weekly analysis for the 19th of August 2024. Going to go over the weekly outset, daily outset, and then smaller time frames, what could be happening throughout next week on gold. So obviously we're looking on the weekly, we have got this lower support on the weekly time frame. Looking at that area, about 2294. We're not looking at getting towards that area just yet on gold, just marking out the support. And we had this resistance formed up here, so we've got this area of interest that we clearly broke of all-time highs last week. Now, looking at the candle specifically, our most current daily weekly candle, what do you notice? First thing that I'm going to point out, we're at all-time highs, and when we look left, that is where we go off previous data to find new areas of interest where the price could reach. So if we were to carry on going bullish, we look left, where could we reach to for price? Now, because we're at all-time highs, we can't find where that area of interest is. So things that we can base off is like whole numbers, like could be looking towards 2,520 flat, that sort of vibe. So we did break above our most recent resistance. We did get a lot of volume towards the back end of the week, but now we've just closed with a very small top wick. Now, when we close with very small, little to no top wick, that does make it very hard and unpredictable to be able to tell where the next candle is going to go. So what we'll do, if we take it down to the daily for now, which we do have the same situation where we had our most recent resistance broken out of, this is our most recent support, and we've broken out of that range. Let me just mark out that most recent resistance on the daily, and then we have this most recent support, a key level as well, where we've acted as a resistance before as well. Now we have broken out of that area, yes, so I will expect, based off the weekly and daily, for price to go bullish at some point. That might be the week after or so on. So there's two situations that could happen. We could, let me just use this as a candlestick. We could break the highs very early on, so we break the highs on the daily, and of course that could mean going up 100 pips because it's on the daily time frame. But it's hard to predict because of that no top wick to the left hand side. We might break up first, and that's something we have to look at smaller time frames to determine. But if we do get that spike up, enticing a lot of swing traders, a lot of buys into the market, and then get a hard rejection, we may see ourselves closing back in the range on the daily, indicating that we might have a fake out. If we do have that fake out, we get that candle closing back in the range, we might be looking at the daily to carry on pushing bearish. That's something you'll have to look out for. If we do get that closure back in the range of the daily, yeah, I would expect price to continue down below 2,446,500 area. And then if we do continue that bearish move and we close below that area, we've got these clean candles to the left hand side. I'll do that again, these clean candles to the left hand side, to fill if that was to happen. But again, we'll see how the days play out, but that is a high possibility if we close back in the range in the next daily after wicking up. But time will tell for that. Let's take it down to the 4 hour. Again, broken out that most recent resistance, and I'll be marking out a new support level here based off the 4 hour. Tidy that up a little bit. So again, price to carry on going bullish is the overall bias, maybe for a couple more weeks, based off that fact that we did close with that week going back to a weekly there with quite a small top wick, but we have seen gold, when we are running this bullish momentum, especially at all-time new highs, we've seen gold just carry on going and going and going. So keep that in mind for bias. Oh, it's gone down to the half an hour time frame. Okay, back on the 4 hour. Again, we could carry on going bullish. I would prefer at this point, based off the 4 hour, because we have broken out of that new zone, I would prefer for price to consolidate a little bit, creating a new range first, creating this new range, and then what I'd like to see is a candle closing either above that new range to continue then going bullish, or if we do close below that new range, then I would expect price to fill this clean range to the left hand side. So break above of the high time frame, continue off going bullish. TPs are very hard because obviously, like we said previously, it's hard to determine, but I'd go off flat numbers. So we're looking at, 2.515, 2.520, and so on. Looking at flat whole numbers where the price could react off. But yes, let's take it down to the lower time frames. Going to look at the hourly, half an hour, 15 minute. Look at the hourly. It's probably going to be similar to the. Let's get rid of these. They're too big now. Okay, we've got our most recent support formed on the hourly. If we do get a closure below this area here, 2487144, then I expect price for this to come down for this wick fill. This wick fill matches up really nicely as we look left at this previous resistance. So we've got really nice amount of pips there. We've got nice 8-4 pip range, so that's really nice. And then below that range, we've then got more clean candles to the left hand side. I will expect if we do get a closure below there as well, I see it a lot, we take out this no bottom wick here. That's where we see a price to react. So another 118 pips there as well. Again, for the bullish move, looking at the half an hour and the 15 minute. Base 15 minute, obviously it's hard to predict now, still got to go through Asian session, but break and close above that resistance, we carry on that bullish move. Looking at this as a support, it's a bit tricky. Let me measure out the pip range. To take it, it's not bad. We've got 35 pip range there. If we do get a closure below there, expect price to take out this no bottom wick. Then it begins to be a bit choppy. So if you miss that move there, wait for a closure below 2493921. Looking at targets initially of 2487264, and then final targets looking at 2481500 area. And again, if you do miss them moves, we've got more clean range to look out for coming down to these targets down here, 2467433. But within this range, it can be a bit choppy anyway, so could avoid that. But to see how the week plays out, I really love the bullish momentum we're in at the moment. So I mean, looking at that daily and the weekly, if you do get a nice, where's the arrow gone? There it is. If we do start the week, we might break up the highs early on and then get the rejection coming down for to collect a nicer bottom wick, more healthy bottom wick. If we then see a rejection, probably I'm going to say we're going to get a rejection around this area, 2479915 ish, or maybe here. These wick highs here, we see price react. It might bounce off there, or bounce off the resistance, and then if we then start to break the previous highs, that's when we're going to start breaking out new all-time highs. Again, we'll wait for them closures. Hope this has been insightful for the weekly overview, weekly outsets. If you do like these, leave a comment down below for me. if you'd like to see these at the end of every week. But have a good trading week. I'll keep putting analysis in the Market Cruiser group, so if you do want to become part of the Market Cruiser group, a link is in the bio. That's where you're going to not only get our weekly outsets like we have put in Cruise Effects, but you're going to be getting daily updates throughout each day, 24/7. Well, not 24/7, it'll be like London and New York sessions, Monday to Friday. I'll be putting all my trades in there as well, and you'll be getting live sessions, you'll be getting access to 2 Telegram groups, you get access to a community, and loads more features. Yeah, see you on the next one.